Hello, this is Radiation. I'm playing my Fury Warrior, doing my Mythic Zero World Tour. Just wanted to upload some videos to give some tips and tricks, maybe possibly on certain dungeons, and not from an expert's standpoint, but just from a, oh, I did this kind of standpoint. This uh, this dungeon was a bit tricky. If you go in and you don't have any curse, decurse, or disease dispel, it's definitely tough. There's also some things to interrupt that give a fear, like as you just saw about 10 seconds ago. And if you pull too much, you got 3 things casting at once that do stuff that definitely hurts AoE fears. It's like a 6-second fear. So if your group isn't ready for it, they definitely will have a hard time. I tried to interrupt the thing that put the disease on people, and that was my focus, along with the fear. All right, so this is the first boss in the Brackenhide Hollow, and it looks like just a straightforward AoE cleave fight. Nothing really too important, maybe a few interrupts here and there. One of them's a caster, one of them seems to be ranged, and the other one seems to be just a AoE bruiser. So I tried to stay on the range guy, interrupt when the tank needed to move, stay out of that blade storm thing, and just do damage as much as possible. It's pretty straightforward, nothing too tough about this fight. It might be different based on, like, if you're ranged versus melee. Range, you won't have to care about the blade storm happening because it's going to be in melee. So pretty straightforward, nothing really too tough from this. I mean, when Mythic Plus comes out, I'm sure it'll be, get harder and harder as you increase in difficulty, but that's with every dungeon. Right, these next pulls are kind of annoying because there's like crossbow guys that you can't really group up, so it's tough. So you want the tank to move the mobs that can move easily over to the crossbow guys, or else it's just gonna be a mess. There are some mobs here that you can skip, but there's also mobs that are stealthed, and so you got to be careful throughout these. Like, watch out for the traps, but let your tank go forward first, because look, right there was some stealth mobs there. Alright, so here we're on to the next boss, Gutshot. There's some cleave on this. He spawns hyenas that go down pretty quickly, but they do fixate on people, so the tank can't tank them. But what you can do is, when they do pop out, is you see the traps on the ground right there. You can actually run the hyenas through the traps and they get trapped. So if you're a squishy range, definitely utilize that. Or if you're in comms with your tank or healer, just be like, hey, I'm just gonna face tank these because I know our damage can take care of them. Like, kind of communicate. You don't want to just stand and not really help your team out. See right here, the hyenas come out and they do fixate. I get feeding frenzied, so I don't even realize at first, oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. So then I run through the traps, or they got hit by one trap, and I was like, Gutshot's almost dead, I'm going back in. You can tell I'm kind of unfamiliar with these fights, but I get the hang of it quick using DBM. DBM's really easy to use, and I didn't do anything special. I just downloaded it, and it has the text-to-speak thing where it tells you, like, there's a shockwave coming, and that means, like, move out, or a frontal AoE cone, something like that. These next ones are pretty straightforward. There's some interrupts on casters. The crossbow guys put a bleed on people. It hurts a lot. right here, I get caught by the... I thought the tank went ahead. He did, but he didn't grab the invisible guys. So I died to that, so you definitely got to be wary of that. This is Treymouth? What? Something? Next boss. So he does a frontal cone that the tank can direct at people, so be wary of that. And right here you can see he's doing a directional thing that way, and slimes got spawned by it. And now I was like, should I go attack them? I don't know, are they worth it? But then I saw him doing like some little vacuum thing that sucks everyone in. I was like, okay, you know, this will be a good opportunity to go kill those things. I get targeted by something. I think that was that cone, and I stood in it. I couldn't see the things on the ground until it was too late. So yeah, I got hit by that. I don't know, like if the best course of action would be to just run away with that. Like, yeah, right there, because when they die, they drop stuff on the ground. So I feel like, oh, maybe I should run out with that. But this is just a Mythic 0, easy peasy. So we didn't really have to pay attention, but we did have one of our guys die there, so. It's pretty straightforward. He keeps cycling through the frontal cone the tank directs, as well as the one he fixates on someone and throws the slimes out. When the slimes die, they drop that stuff on the ground, so you gotta just be wary of that. And there's the boss dead. The next mobs kind of suck. There's a lot of them, and there's a bunch of casters that put diseases out. Lots of AoE going out. It's just a mess. It also seems like it's a gauntlet style. Like these little tiny withered guys keep coming out. So like there's like there's one guy doing Bladestorm and then 2 others doing diseases on people. So it's like, yeah, and they have fears too. So I have a feeling in Mythic Plus this is going to be a very annoying dungeon where it's like, okay, people pay attention, interrupt, stuns, calling, coordinating interrupts and stuff. It's not going to be a face roll keyboard style, dungeon. This, we got them grouped up for my AoE cleave. We didn't really have to interrupt much because they just died so quick. I was like, yes, but I didn't realize that there might have been a boss coming up very, very soon. So I was trying to, like, oh, okay, I should probably save some cooldowns. That's pretty much it. It's a gauntlet style, so they keep sending the little guys out. This is just a single mob. Alright, I recommend clearing most of these mobs because there are some mobs that pat towards the boss room, so I don't think we did have any troubles and we didn't clear, but this is what we ended up. We just cleared that one mob. Alright, so this boss is actually, when doing this on Heroic, I figured on Mythic or Mythic Plus, this boss would be tough because look, they spawn this circle that moves around the area of the boss room that if you stand in it, you take a lot of damage as well as you get silenced. And then so it just keeps going around the room. The next thing they do is put out a totem that does a lot of AoE damage, as well as puts a dot on you that just you start taking more damage over time. So you want to, whenever those totems come out, you want to focus those totems no matter what. And that's the sucky thing, because that circle, that choking rock cloud that comes out, it actually goes and surrounds the totem. So it's like, okay, I'm a warrior, I know it makes no sense that I would get silenced, but yeah, if I stand in that, I can't use any abilities. It's like, well, crap. So I did something stupid here. I went after the totem like I'm supposed to, but then I didn't realize that the boss was about to die. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I didn't need to do that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. This is my Mythic World Tour video for Brackenhide Hollow. Thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.